Hi, welcome to class. I'm Kelly. Today we'll be working on strength training for the lower body and core. You'll need a resistance tube, which you should check by running your fingers along it like this to see if there's any nicks or wearing. Once you've checked it, lay out your mat, side onto me in this direction. Wear some sturdy athletic shoes, keep some water handy for hydration. Let's get warmed up. Bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders with your toes pointing straight ahead. Roll your shoulders back, set your shoulder blades down your back, lift your chest and brace your core. Hinge at the hips. Hinge. Lift, press the hips forward and open through the front of the body. Keep your knees soft, do it again. Hinge. Stretching the back of your body, lift up, press the hips forward and open the front of the body. Roll your shoulders back 2 times. Place your hands on the front of the thighs. Let's squat. Here we go. Down and up. Keep your eyes straight ahead, chest lifted, knees bend in alignment with your toes. Straight ahead. Sitting back through your hips. Chest is lifted. 2 more. Now squat down, reach across to the left, release your heel. Squat, reach to the other side. Squat and reach. 1 more. Now reach side to side, reach across. Release the heel so you can swivel through your foot. Let the hips rotate. Reach out level with your shoulders. Eight more. Now reach side to side. Shift your weight. One leg is straight, one leg bends. Hinging forward from the hips. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Now sit back and press your hips forward. Do that again, same side. Press your hips forward. Stretching the inner thigh, warming up the hips. Other side. Shift across. Feel that stretch in your right inner thigh as you shift to the left. Let's do it 2 more times. Now, turn your toes out and your heels in, squat down and shift a little bit side to side. Sink down and open through your knees, stretching your groin. And drop your right shoulder down, rotate, look up over your left shoulder. Other side, look up over your right shoulder. Press the left knee back. Do that again. Press and press. Come back to the center. Press both knees open. Come up. Bring your feet forward. Just rotate side to side, easy. A couple of times. Bring your feet hip distance. Step back with your left leg. All 10 toes face forward. Bend and straighten. Just bend the knees. Keep the heels down. Warming up the left ankle. 2 more. We need a good loose ankle for our squats. Other side, step forward, step back, all 10 toes forward, bend and straighten. 2 more. Keep your heel down and come up. Take a big deep breath in, reach out to the side. Exhale, pull down and roll your shoulders back. Okay, we are warmed up and ready to go. Pick up your tubing and let's get started with our strength training. We'll start with the right side of the body. We're going to do 2 different moves, combine them, do the same thing on the other side, and then do 1 exercise for both sides of the body. Okay, so let's start right. Side squat is our first move. So start with your feet close together. pull the tubing up to your hips, or if you want more challenge, pull up to your shoulders on the inside. And step the left leg out and come up. So the right leg is working harder than the left. You'll feel that. Even though you're stepping onto your left leg, you're pushing down through your right leg to come up. Brace your core, sitting back each time. One more. Bring your hands down for a moment, roll your shoulders back, rear lunge. Bring your hands back up or keep them at the hips. Feet hip distance. Let's go. Lunge back and step forward. Now you're stepping back onto the ball of your foot rather than the whole of your foot. Step back, sink down, bend both knees. So big step back, bend both knees, keep your chest facing forward, and stay reasonably upright. One more. Very good, hands down. Now we combine it. Side squat, rear lunge, both moves together. Pull up to the hips or pull up to your shoulders for more challenge. Side squat first, let's go. Side squat, step in, rear lunge. Side squat, rear lunge. Again, side squat, rear lunge. Very challenging. Take a break if you need to. This is the last one. Bring your hands down. Take the tube out from underneath your right foot. Anchor it onto the arch of the left foot. Side squat. Hands in a position that works for you. Here we go. Side squat and come up. There's a hinge with the side squat at the hips. So now the left leg is working harder than the right. Bend both knees, push down through your left foot to come up. And bring your hands down, roll your shoulders back, rear lunge. And pull up to the hips or to the shoulders for more challenge. Step back with your right leg. Here we go. Big step back and step forward. Pull yourself forward from your left leg. Ooh, feeling this. Hands come down. Now we combine it. Side squat and rear lunge together. Big challenge. Hands come up or hands at the hips. Let's go. Rear lunge, step back and in. Keep the feet in a reasonably narrow stance when you come back to the center position. So reasonably narrow stance. in between each move. Hinge of the hip on the squat. Stay reasonably upright on the lunge. Okay, bring your hands down. Step both feet into the tubing. Get even tension between right and left, and then cross the handles over. Pull up to your hips and sit back just a little, knees soft. If you were standing on a clock and you're lifting a little bit side to side, you're pressing out to 4 and 8 o'clock rather than 3 and 9. So back a little. Make sure that your toes do not turn out. Keep your feet parallel, or if anything, heel out just a little. That makes a big difference on what muscles are working. So press out through the heel to 8 and 4 rather than 3 and 9. Whew, feeling the rear. Very good. Okay, there's our first set. Big challenge today. First set done. Come back to the right side for our next series of movements. So you can pull up to the hips or pull up to the shoulders. Sumo squat. Left leg steps diagonally back. Like this, into a 3/4 position. You sit down and come up. Ready? Let's go. Out and in. Out. Keep your knees open, press them back. Sit into it. Keep a proud chest, but sit back, hinging at the hips. Very good. Now, hands down. Roll your shoulders back so you're not taking any tension in the neck and shoulders. Cross over. Keep your hips square to the front. Avoid letting the hip twist back. Cross and come up. Now, if this starts to feel like it's too much for you, just take a break. You can come back and join in when you're ready. Do as much as you can. Find that challenge, knowing that every rep is making you stronger. Cross back, dipping down. Hands come down, roll your shoulders back. Now we combine it. Sumo, crossover. Hands to hips or hands to shoulders. Your choice. Start with the sumo. Sumo, lift, cross, and come up. Sumo, step out diagonally. You're stepping out to 8 o'clock. If you're standing on a clock, you got your right leg at 12. Step out to 8. Cross. And you step out to 5 o'clock on the lunge. Sumo. Lift. Cross. And up. Okay. Other side. Anchoring underneath the left foot. Pull up to wherever it works for you. I'm going to go with the shoulders. Sumo squat first. Here we go. Open the chest, open the knees. Sit back. Step out to 4 o'clock. Leave your left foot at 12. Sink down and sit back. Opening the knees to the side so so that your knees align with your toes. One more. Hands come down. Roll your shoulders back. I find I do take a little tension in my shoulders when I keep my hands up, so come down in between. Bring your hands to where you need them. Cross, hips square to the front. You step back to 7 o'clock. Keep your left foot at 12. Hinge forward slightly at the hips. That helps target your rear. And that's one of the big goals today. Having strong glutes makes you more efficient at walking up and down hills, protects your knees, makes it easier to get out of a chair. Good, come up. All right. Now, the big challenge, we combine it. Feet are hip distance apart. Sumo squat first. Ready? Sumo, lift, lunge, and lift. Sumo, and lift. Open the knees on the sumo. Keep your hips square to the front on the crossover. Sumo, and lift, cross, come up. Ooh, big challenge. And come up. Hands come down. Both feet come into the tubing. Even tension right and left. Cross it over. Pull up to your hips. Semi-squat. Sitting back. 2 steps to the right, 2 to the left. Now lead with your heel. Super important that you avoid turning your toes out at all. If anything, you want to be a bit pigeon-toed, so toe in just slightly. That makes a big difference of what muscles are targeted. Almost there. Feeling the rear. Oh, that's a good feeling. I guess that's subjective. Very good. Take the tube out from underneath your feet and come down to the mat. We're done with the tubing. Now we've got body weight, lower body, and core. Come onto your side. Roll onto your back, palms of your hands face up, shoulders are down and back. Lift the hips and lower the hips. Now flex your ankles so just your heels are touching. Drive your hips high as you press your heels downwards, bridging up. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Exhale each time you press the hips up. Once you've seen it, look straight up so you can relax your neck. Last one. And come down. Relax your feet for a moment. Now we've got a bridge with a walk. A bridge with a walk. So you're going to stay in the bridge and very slowly walk your feet one at a time. Come up into the bridge, lift your hips. Now lift up and down. Your feet should be about hip distance. Try not to let your hips drop as you lift the leg. So keep your hips square and level. If it helps you, you can place your hands on your hips like this to keep, as a reminder, to keep your hips level. or just keep your hands on the floor. Come down. Okay, we combine it. First of all, come into your bridge. Come into a bridge. Now we go down, up, down, up, and now march. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, up with the hips, down again, up and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, up, down, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, up, press high, up. This is the last one, march. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Pick your feet up off the floor like you're sitting in a chair. Bring your right hand onto the inside of your left knee and your left hand up. Bend your elbow. Take your opposite arm and leg and press away. Dead bug. Press your hand into the inside of your knee as much as you can. Touch the floor with your hand and your heel. There's no motion in your torso. You inhale as you reach down, exhale as you come up. Once you've seen it, make sure you're looking up. Good, come down. Let's do the other side. Pick your feet up like you're sitting in a chair. Bring your left hand to the inside of the right knee. Bring your right hand up and bend the elbow. Here we go. Touch and up. Now push your hand into your opposite knee. No movement in the torso. Touch and up. Touch down and come in. Two more. Good. Put your feet down. Roll over for a plank. We got a plank with a knee drop. Come onto your forearms. Tuck your toes under. Bring your shoulders over your elbows. Now lift one knee up, the other knee up. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, with both knees together. Or just stick with one. I'm going to stick with one. That's easier on my shoulders, actually. But it's also easier on your core. Keep the back of your head lifted. Try not to drop your head forward. Good alignment throughout the spine, including the neck. And come down onto your hands. Bird dog. Slightly different bird dog. Tuck your toes under. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Opposite arm and leg stretches along the floor. Reaching out and in. Other side. Out and in. Keep your core braced. Reach out and in. There's no movement in the hips and shoulders. If you want to make it more challenging, go ahead and lift your hand and foot off the floor, like that. Or just slide it along the floor, like that. And we're done. Whew, big challenge today. Let's flatten out your shoelaces, open your knees, and just sit back. Sitting back. And then come up. Lift up tall and bring one leg forward. Press the hips forward till you feel an opening in the front of the hips. Lift your chest and pressure forward to feel that opening right in the front of the hips. Step back, open your knees, and walk your hands forward. Sit back. And come up. Walk in, tuck your toe under, and bring the other leg forward for the hip stretch. Pressure the hip forward, lift your chest, and feel a stretch in the front of the hip of the knee that you're kneeling on. Now let's come up to standing and come all the way up. Rotate the body. Easy rotations, just loosening up the spine. Always feels good to do a little spinal rotation after doing core stability training. Feels like you want to loosen up a little bit. Okay, separate the feet hip distance, step your left leg back. We'll start by mobilizing the left ankle, by bending the knees and straightening them. 4 more. Keep the heel down, press till you feel stretch in your ankle. Hold here, flex the right foot, hinge at the hips, reach down and come up. Again, flex, hinge and reach and come forward. Now you can hold on to a table, a chair or a wall if you want, but pick up the left leg, climb down towards your ankle or foot and pull that back. If that range of motion isn't available to you, you can just stand with the toe down and with a pelvic tilt. Drop your toe in. Good. Let's do the other side, starting with the calf, feet hip distance, bend and straighten. Keep your heel down, feel a nice stretch in the ankle and calf. Good, now flex the left ankle, hinge at the hip, reach down and come up again. Flex, hinge, reach and come up. Shift onto your left foot, pick up the right foot, or either leave it behind you and tilt the pelvis, or walk down towards your ankle or foot and pull that back. Stretching out the front of your thigh. And release. Let's rotate your hips in one direction. We got a very good lower body, other direction. Workout today. Trained all the muscles in the hips from every different angle. Worked the core with stabilization. Separate the feet wide. Now shift across to the right. Hinging forward. Lift up, press the hips forward. Go across to the left. Sitting back and press the hips forward. Bring your feet closer together. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Now press the hands down, reaching your fingertips to the floor. Tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. And now left ear to the left shoulder. Pressing down, both shoulders. Lift up, look over your right shoulder, as far back as you can go. Look over your left shoulder, as far back as you can go. Look forward, roll both shoulders back. We are done. That's a good feeling. No matter how much you don't feel like it, remember this feeling, how good it feels to be done. I want to thank you for joining me. Bye for now.